Hey guys, welcome to the Late Mind Show. I'm Steph and I mainly create Minecraft tutorials on this channel. So today I want to show you how to use the Latex Processing Unit from Industrial Foregoing. The Latex Processing Unit is used to create rubber, and then the rubber is used to create plastic, and plastic is a material that is needed if you want to craft any machine from the Industrial Foregoing mod. So I'm going to explain to you what machines you need, how to craft them, and how to set them up. But before that, real quick, if you find this tutorial useful, please don't forget to give a thumbs up. This will help the video reach more people that need assistance in different Minecraft aspects. And if you want to stay tuned about new tutorials and Let's Play series later on, subscribe to my channel. It would be a huge contribution. Thank you in advance, and let's move on to the main part. Okay, so I'm playing the mod pack of the mod 6, which is running on Minecraft version 1.16.5, and I've noticed that the recipes are different from the mod packs that are running the 1.12 version. So keep in mind that you might not have the same recipe that I'm showing you, but just follow the recipe that you have and you will be fine. So for creating our process, first we're going to need a fluid extractor. Now I have a wireless crafting grid, so when I open it up, this is the interface of a crafting table that you will also have. So I'm just gonna type a fluid extractor here, and this is what you're looking for, fluid extractor from Industrial Foregoing. In some other mod versions, this might be called tree fluid extractor, but just keep in mind this is the same machine. I'm just gonna quickly craft it because the recipe is quite easy, and now when I click the plus, all the materials will automatically transfer into the crafting grid and I can take my fluid extractor out. So the first part is ready. So before we continue with the Latex Processing Unit, we have to set up quickly the fluid extractor first, and I'm gonna show you why in a minute. You just place the fluid extractor somewhere, wherever you want to, and just know that this is the face of the machine. Now I'm going to need a wood, like a wood log, so I'm just gonna punch a tree for one wood log. And then I go back to the fluid extractor and I just place the wood log right in front of the machine. And now when you right click on the fluid extractor, you're going to see that there is latex already being filled in and the progress is running. We also have a power bar, however. The fluid extractor can run without power, but it's just much slower. So if you want to power it up, just use your power system to fill the power up, and then this process is going much quicker. Now, why do we need to set the fluid extractor first? Because when we check how to make the Latex Processing Unit, so this is the Latex Processing Unit from Industrial Foregoing, when I click on it, the recipe requires a latex bucket, which means that I first need to create some latex with the help of the fluid extractor, and when I have enough latex here, I'm gonna take one bucket with it and I'm gonna use it to create one more time the Latex Processing Unit. So the Latex Processing Unit simply requires a furnace, 4 iron ingots, block of redstone, water bucket and latex bucket. So now you see why we have to create the fluid extractor first for the latex to be available. Now, as I said before, this recipe may vary for you, and if you can create the Latex Processing Unit straight away, you don't have to set up the fluid extractor first, just create both of them. And I'm gonna show you the setup anyway. Now I'm just gonna have to wait for the fluid extractor to fill up with latex and then fill one bucket with latex. So I'm just gonna fast forward this. So I've already taken my bucket of latex from the fluid extractor, and now we can go on and create the Latex Processing Unit. So I'm just gonna find it again here in the JI, and then I'm going to check out what things I need, and it turns out that I'm missing some stuff that I'm gonna quickly create. I think that this is the other missing, the pitch machine frame and then the furnace. If you're not familiar with crafting and how to use the JI, please check out my other tutorial on crafting and JI, which will be shown as a link somewhere on the corner of this video. I can't remember which one, but yeah, just check it out to see how you can craft. Anyway, I think I'm ready for the Latex Processing Unit. Okay, it's done. Now that I have it, I'm ready to set it up. We have the latex processing unit already, so I'm just gonna place it somewhere near the fluid extractor. So I'm just gonna place it right here, and I'm going to right click it so that you can see what we need. So first of all, we have two bars that need to be filled with liquid, and the two liquids are latex and water. So we need to fill the latex processing unit with latex and water, and we also need power. This machine doesn't work without power. So for this purpose, I'm just quickly going to power it up with our main network. I'm just going to use Flux network. This is something like a wireless energy transfer. You can use any other power generator that you have. I'm just gonna use this one. And now when I open it up, you can see that the power is filled up here. And all we need to do is fill the latex and water here in these two bars. Since we have the fluid extractor quite close to the latex processing unit, we just need a pipe that will transfer the latex from the fluid extractor to the latex processing unit. And the pipes that I'm using are from Mechanism, and they're basic mechanical pipes. They're used for transferring liquids. I don't think that this is like the simplest pipe that you can use, because you also need configurator. If you decide to use the Mechanism pipes like I do, this will be helpful to you, but you can also use any other type of cable that transfer fluids like Ender IO or from the cyclic mode or any other mode that can help you out with that. So I'm gonna place this basic mechanical pipe here between the latex processing unit and the fluid extractor, and first I need to configure it so that I'm sure that it's pulling latex out of the fluid extractor into the latex processing unit. So I need a configurator. This is something that you can craft, and when I shift right click on the end of the cable that is connected to one of the machines. So basically I'm just gonna do it with the fluid extractor. I just shift right click on the cable, and if you can see on the left lower corner, you can see that connection type changed to pull, and now there is like an animation of a latex flowing through that pipe, and we should see it going here in the latex machine. This is perfect. Now this is filling up with latex. And the second part is water. We need to fill this bar with water so that we can see how the latex processing unit starts creating rubber here in this grid. So now it's time to set up an infinite water source, guys, so that we can fill up this part of the latex processing unit with water. I've already tried some stuff, so that's why it has some water, so don't be like worried about it. But I've decided that I'm just gonna create a sink, because I think that it will be much easier instead of just infinite water source on the ground. So I'm just gonna make a sink because it's really easy to make. You just need water bucket, 3 iron ingots and some terracotta. Maybe this will be a little bit tricky to find. But anyway, I'm just going to create a sink, and I will try placing it here. And then I'm going to use the fluid cable from the cyclic mode. So this is fluid cable from the cyclic mode, and you will also need a cable wrench. And then I'm going to connect the latex processing unit with the sink, and it shouldn't be filling up. But now I need to configure that fluid cable, which means that if I right click on the cable, there is this plate which appears, and this means that this is the side of the cable that extracting the fluid. And now if I right click, we can see that the latex processing unit has been filled with water. So this is working perfectly. And now that we have the latex coming in and the water, you can see that the latex processing unit has already started to produce tiny dry rubber. I'll just take it all, the tiny dry rubber, and now I'm gonna show you how to make plastic. So when I go to my crafting grid and I search for plastic, this is what I'm looking for, the plastic from Industrial Foregoing. When I click on it, you can ignore this recipe. You should click on smelting, and the smelting is giving me dry rubber that turns into the plastic that we need. So when I click on the dry rubber one more time, it says that in order to create that dry rubber, I need 9 tiny dry rubbers. These are the tiny dry rubber. If I place them on the grid like that, 9 tiny dry rubbers, then it will produce dry rubber. So now if you have a furnace somewhere with some charcoal, that's perfect. When you place the dry rubber inside, it starts smelting, and now it should produce the plastic that we need. Just one moment. And there you go. We have the plastic that we need to produce other industrial foregoing machines. Now, this is one of the simplest setups that you can make for the latex processing unit, but you can of course make it more complex and automate the process and so on. For example, one of the things that you can add is block placer. As you can see, this wood lock is starting to change its texture because the fluid extractor is extracting all of the fluid and it will disappear after some time. You can create a block placer, so it's called a block placer and it's from the cyclic mod. So what I need is just a block of redstone and I have the block placer in hand. I'm just going to place the block placer directly beneath the log. What I'm also going to need is some more wood logs. So once you have placed the block placer under the wood log, when you right click on it, you have to place the logs that you have punched in here in this box, and you have to click on that button so it changes from requires redstone to always on. And now I will demonstrate by simply removing that log. I don't know if you saw, but it was immediately replaced with another log. I'm gonna remove this one again. And you can see it was immediately replaced by the next one. The machine is working and 2 blocks have been placed here. So basically you can stack up, I don't know, I think you can place 64 at a time, and whenever this log disappears, the block placer will just place the other one. So this is one of the ways to create plastic in modded Minecraft, at least in all the mods 6. I hope you enjoyed the video and decided to try this out in your own Minecraft world. Let me know if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't and click that like button below. This is all the support I need and appreciate. Thank you for watching and see you soon.